There's a pretty big game coming out on Friday. You guys happen to know what
You,
that is?
you talking Resident Evil 3? The one
What
that
other
you're
game is there?
randomly playing all of a sudden? See,
Hey,
is it just the action ones you like? Is that what it is?
it looks fun. That's why I'm gonna play it. I like fun games.
T don't want that real Resident Evil smoke, man. He wait till the action one comes out. He's like, hey, I'll go ahead and pick that up. Okay, I see, T. I see what
I
you're
don't know
doing,
what you're
T.
talking about. This looks real to
No,
me.
all
Hey,
right, T. I got you. I got you.
I feel it. I feel it.
But you're not a Resident Evil player, right?
Uh, I don't really do well with any scary games, any horror games. No, I ain't gonna
B
lie.
said, I don't even consider that motherfucker.
Uh, I think it was that the PT demo that should give
You
me a
tried
headache.
that?
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
BT demo was lit, man. That shit was lit.
You play
That shit scared
Amnesia?
the shit out of me a few times.
No,
I,
then go ahead.
I would love to see B play like a live reaction of
B, that's what we need. That's gonna be your shit right there, B. We're gonna have you play the scary games, okay? And we're gonna have you on the webcam so
Mm.
we can keep keep a record of your reactions.
Hey, I had to stop playing Dead Space 1 because that was too much for me to handle,
Hey, but that's Dead Space back then. Dead Space was some real shit, man.
yeah.
Okay, because
man. Yeah,
you have
man.
fucking you don't have weapons, you have fucking tools. Okay, it's not like they gave you a gun. Okay, using fucking tool wire cutters and shit, slicing motherfuckers. Yo, that shit was real.
They
I
closed
think I
down that
got to
studio,
the.
Visceral Games,
Yeah, that sucks,
because
man.
of
Dead Space.
EA bullshit.
Yeah, well, we all know how EA does.
They
You
they
know,
they always hire all the great companies and then they ruin it. Like I don't know who manages or how they operate in their business, but whoever's doing that is just not good at their job. Man. But they get paid, so that's all that matters.
Take
well,
control, make a game for the nostalgic fans. Comes out as shit, put hella microtransactions in it or bullshit DLC.
Yeah, that was the
Went at the
Dead
wall, see if
Space
it
3.
sticks.
This
Yeah,
Dead Space 3 had all those micro because they want to cater more to the fans because they said that Dead Space 2 didn't meet their sales required or didn't meet their threshold for sales.
Dead Space 2 was a
So
good game.
yeah, so Dead Space 3 came out and it was more casual. They added co-op, they added
yeah.
microtransactions, they did all this stuff.
Hmm.
B your camera froze.
Oh, what?
It's cool on my screen.
Oh, it's frozen on mine. But
No.
but we really love to see a reaction though. Barnes reaction. We're definitely gonna get a lot of views with that. I
Yeah,
think.
man. People love that
I
shit,
ain't
B. They
think.
love seeing motherfuckers' true fears and shit. So, B, we need to
You tell
get
him
you
to sleep with all the lights on.
hey, so B, we should get you to play it's a good one for you to dive into. We should get you to do Resident Evil 2 remake. That'd be good. That was pretty
Oh,
actiony with some good, some good horror elements. Yeah, a little bit of
say
both.
Silent Hill. I think that was the worst one, especially back in the day on PlayStation.
Which one? Silent Hill 2?
I believe it was two.
Yeah,
Went
that's the
went
famous
up
one.
to
Pyramid Head.
went to Marcus's house. He played like 10 minutes of it. No, I had to go.
What? You mean watching someone else?
Yeah, man, I was watching him play, man.
B
I
said,
was
man, I'm
like,
going home, man.
yeah. All lights came on.
Was Marcus about to play the whole game?
Nah, he stopped too. He was like,
Oh,
nah, man, I need a break.
10
10
minutes.
minutes
I
in.
need a break.
That's
Hey,
the
that's
intro.
yeah, that's when you're in the foggy town. That's when
Uh,
people are.
Oh man.
You haven't encountered anyone yet.
Oh yeah. So it may have not been two. It was the one where you're locked in the apartment building.
oh, isn't that the room? Silent Hill, the room, or something like that?
He's probably playing number two, but you're in a building. Aren't you in like an apartment building at one point? So
Yep.
Marcus is
Oh,
probably playing through it.
Uh,
oh. Mm.
But
Nah, that was not
Yeah.
my cup of tea.
yeah, I'm there with you. I didn't play those games. I was playing Devil May Cry, and Devil May Cry 1 had it was supposed to be like a Resident Evil. They were going to have a new Resident Evil. It was going to be Devil May Cry, but it became a little too actiony, so they renamed it into Devil May Cry, basically. So you
Mhm.
get what I'm saying? It was going to be a new Resident Evil game, but
Mm.
anyways, so that game, Devil May Cry 1, had a lot of horror elements to it that the other Devil May Cries really don't. Um, there's some horror, but like it's it's not scary at all. But the first Devil May Cry, it has a lot of you could tell that they were trying to go for that, and it has some creepy parts, and it has some parts where the fucking spider is chasing you. It was unrealistic, so I was fine. I was okay with it, but I hate that shit in games. And Neo 2 has shit you gotta deal with. Fucking annoying. I like,
Okay.
hey Jack, you know how you can summon people?
Mhm.
Whenever I get to those sections, I just summon someone and have them go.
Wow. T hanging back.
Like, fuck all this, or pick it off with arrows.
Hey, man, you
Fuck
gotta
this
face
shit.
your fears, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
Nah,
a head
hell
on.
no. I have. Well, I'm not gonna broadcast that because people flood my shit.
Hey, man, we done delve deep, man. Just all up in the psyche right now.
Yeah, for real. We're going through motherfuckers' deepest fears, man. Crazy.
There's a girl on Instagram that I always click on the stories, and then she had a story that featured a particular creature, and was just right there. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I had to like look away immediately, like, what the fuck? I get physical reactions and shit.
What was it?
And huh?
What was it?
It was a nasty little creature, and
All right.
a bug.
What
It was
the
a bug, and it was completely random compared to everything else she does. And so now I can't even click on her stories anymore because she's like, yeah,
No.
yeah. Sometimes I do random shit. I was like, nah, I can't be clicking on your stories anymore now.
You be like, I can't look at the cake no more.
No,
The cake isn't
I
worth
can't.
the scare.
Can't, man. Who knows
Yeah.
what will come out?
Scarred that man. Look at the page no more.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Uh, God damn it! I meant to show the Resident Evil 3 footage in the background as we were discussing it. But Jack, do you have anything to add on the Resident Evil?
On the new one that's coming out, or just Resident Evil in general?
Both. Take up some time.
I've read a couple of reviews about number three. They weren't bad per se, but heard some things. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but listen, we'll just say people are saying it's not as good as RE2 remake, which I'm okay with, man. Because if you look at the time frame, considering they put this one out pretty much a year after Resident Evil 2 remake came out, that's not. I don't know when they started development. I'm thinking they probably started development right after two. Um, but I kind of wish they had given it a little bit more Resident Evil, given Resident Evil 3 a little more time and added more to it. But we'll see. And then this game mode right here, this this 4-player mode, I don't know what the fuck this is. Who the fuck asked for this?
They
But
just want to
this
have the
development time,
longevity of the game and probably add like microtransactions and all that kind of shit. And you can see Capcom. It's Capcom. They've been doing pretty well recently in cleaning up
have.
their image, but you can kind of see them going down a dark path with a yearly release. Like this Resident Evil 3 came out just a year after the Resident Evil 2. Okay,
Yeah,
cool, but it's giving me that Assassin's Creed vibe.
right.
Uh, and what they're gonna release next year, actually. Now that I think about it, what will they release? Will they do number 4 over, or
They
will they
must
do
be,
like a?
because I've
Huh.
heard that Resident Evil 8 is in development. So they must be looking at releasing Resident Evil 8. Maybe they're gonna release that 2021 and then show it at E3. Well, actually, they don't show anything at fucking E3 now.
Mhm.
Um, but maybe they'll do because I know that RE8 is in development, so maybe they're trying to push this before our Resident Evil 8 comes out. So maybe that's their time frame. But I mean, who knows? I would have liked to see Resident Evil 3 get another year of development time, flesh it out, and then if you want to put that bullshit four-player resistance in there, sure, whatever. But
Yeah.
I just think they came out with this one a little too soon. Not as like it's an unfinished product, but just put more meat into it. At least from what I've heard. I haven't played it yet, so this is just me speaking on what I've heard, but
Hmm.
we'll see.
Isn't that Resistance game like like 4 players versus one player kind of game?
Yeah, it's that style. It's four
Yeah.
players. You guys are teaming up. You're trying to make it through before the time limit, and then like there's whoever's the mastermind can like put enemies, spawn enemies into the map,
Mhm.
and
Oh
basically
wow.
when you die, you lose time, and then when the time runs out, it's game over. But you're trying to make it through to the next area and then to the next area and get out, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah. I've never been into those types of games though. Like
they
I
could be
played them.
fun, man. They can be fun with friends, but it's a
Oh,
constant, consistent balancing act. Like you really got to be balancing that shit, man, or else that game would die. It'll die really fast. Like I think they just put out. I think the Predator game just came out.
Yeah.
That looks interesting, but I
Did
used
you
to play
play the?
Dead by Daylight.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't play. I used to play Dead by Daylight, which is probably one of the more successful ones. It's been around a long time.
that's pretty fun.
Yeah, Dead by Daylight was pretty fun, man, especially with friends. Uh, but yeah,
I could see how balancing can because if the players are too powerful, then the person who's the single enemy, the single player is gonna have a rough time. They're gonna complain. But if
right,
that the one player that's going against everyone else is overpowered, then vice versa.
right.
So
And it's kind of a balancing act. It's just like you never can completely perfectly balance it. So you have one where one side is strong and then the other side is struggling, and then they buff that side, and then that all of a sudden that side is strong and the other side struggles a little bit. So it's kind of a tug of warish, you know.
you
But they can be fun.
know what game was pretty fun? I really didn't play the multiplayer too much, but it seemed kind of fun with what little I played. Was just the Left 4 Dead, where the players were the monsters and they could position themselves to get someone, or and then you're going just going through the game. I thought that was pretty fun, actually.
Left 4 Dead was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the parkour one?
No,
No, you
that's
forget Left 4
Dying
Dead?
Light.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's a
Yeah,
yeah, Dying Light was I like that one too.
yeah,
You
Dying
forgot
Light was.
you forgot Left 4 Dead yet?
Oh, you mean it's like the old the Valve ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Of course, of course, of course. Yeah, yeah, Left
Yeah.
4 Dead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some reason I was
Oh,
thinking, yeah, that this one right here, this Resident Evil, that one was no joke, man. Real.
yeah.
Like playing, like I give kudos to any motherfucker that played through this game and didn't use any type of guide and truly just played through it. That shit was not easy. Like, your ammo
it's
is limited.
it's not the game's not what you call it linear.
It was the old style, the old tank style, where it's a fixed camera angle, and then you go forward, you're
What the
going down the
fuck?
hallway. Yeah, spoiler alert, they blow up the mansion.
Yeah, but the way it blew up.
Well, that was impressive graphics back then. But yeah, man, Resident Evil 1 remake was a true masterpiece as far as horror games go, and that was one where zombies fucking like you would kill them, and like, cause you would have to come back through certain parts of the game to get to the next area, and like they would turn into Crimson Heads after a certain amount of time, and Crimson Heads were faster than you, and they did hella damage to you. So you had to burn. If you didn't burn the body, then you would risk it turning into a Crimson Head, and they would kill you in like 2 hits if you have
Oh
full health.
wow.
Yeah, so it was no joke, man. And they were faster than you, and there's a fucking fixed angle, so you couldn't like if they're in a certain angle, you couldn't see if they were coming. And all of a sudden, when they got into your fixed angle, then they just pop up at you. So that shit was no joke, man. Yeah. So if you didn't decapitate or burn them, it was a very interesting concept, man. A lot of fun, but that shit was. I had to take breaks playing that shit.
Hmm.
Sounds like it.
Yeah,
Damn.
man. They
But
just pump your fucking heads.
yeah, wouldn't he just like break it like a grapefruit or something?
Nope, he wanted to burn that bitch.
Yeah, what the that it seemed kind of pointless. But yeah, so I'll definitely be getting this game. I think I'll pick it up on Friday, but see how far I get into we'll see how the download how the servers are. Shit, like with the way things are right now.
I think you could preload it.
Because Steam might not have the bandwidth to
Yeah.
handle all the downloads, but yeah, you're right. Maybe we could pre-download it, but we'll see.